Health supplements manufacturer and distributor DXN Holdings made a return to Bursa Malaysia after a 12-year hiatus. Its non-independent executive chairman, Datuk Lim Xiao Jin, said it opened at a 1 cent discount against its initial public offering IPO price of 70 cent, with 12.7 million ringgit shares traded.
So that means 90% of our strength are from overseas. Okay, and for the overseas member to buy the share in Malaysia, it's not that straightforward. It's not that straightforward. So we have to talk to all the security, okay, for them to mobilize the money to Malaysia. That I think will reflected maybe in 1 or 2 weeks up to today. Yeah.
The company has raised 112 million ringgit of IPO proceeds, 80 million of which has been allocated for the repayment of bank borrowings, while 7.9 million ringgit is earmarked for working capital requirements, mainly for the purchase of primary raw materials used to produce finished goods and primary packaging materials. Another 24.1 million ringgit will be utilized to defray fees and expenses for DXN's IPO and its listing on the main market. At 5 p.m., DXN closed at 66.5 cent with 2.1 million shares traded.
Hello everyone, magandang umaga, super perfect Assalamualaikum dan selamat pagi DXN. Alright, so thank you so much everyone for tuning into our Facebook live session for today. Okay, now before we like to start, as per usual, okay, saya nak minta semua yang sedang menonton sekarang untuk buat this 3-step routine. Okay, as per usual, okay, I'm sure that you guys know what to do already. Okay, sesiapa yang memang dah sentiasa tengok kita punya Facebook live, okay, I'm sure you guys know what to do, okay. Saya rasa nak kena buat apa? Okay. Okay, nampak button-button yang terpapar dekat skrin saya tu, okay. Please make sure to go ahead and give us the thumbs up button, okay. Please make sure to click on that button first and then go ahead to the comment section and make sure to greet me and as well as our guest speaker for tonight. And last but not least, please make sure to share this Facebook Live to any other social media platforms out there, okay? Because why? Because tonight we are going to be sharing something interesting, okay? Something that I would personally say very, very interesting, okay? I am actually looking forward to our tonight's session because why? Kita punya topik pada malam ni sebenarnya orang kata bukan topik biasa. Okay, kalau nak dapatkan knowledge yang kita punya speaker akan share pada malam ni sebenarnya sangatlah orang kata very valuable. Okay, sangat mahal information dia yang nak di-sharekan, bukan information biasa. Malah information yang akan di-sharekan pada malam ni adalah sesuatu yang orang lain belajar. Okay, orang kata orang lain belajar di dalam ganum kelas, ganum course daripada hari tu punya lah. Okay, so please make sure to stay tuned until the end of this session. Okay, sebab apa? This is part of the way yang kita akan share the importance about enzyme. Apakah enzyme? Okay, if you want to live a healthy life, so this session is for you. Okay, so make sure to stay tuned until the end of our session. Okay. Okay, sebelum kita nak sambung balik kita punya topik, and I'm sure you guys are all excited to know what about our enzyme topic. Okay, kita akan bagi introduction dia dengan lebih panjang, okay, lebih lengkap. Kita punya guest sendiri akan explain all about it. But before that, okay, I would like to give you guys a little bit of a company update so that you guys are not missing out on anything that we are doing. Okay, first of all, okay, thank you so much to those yang sentiasa join kita punya Crown Roadshow. Okay, previously baru saja kita buat pada 27 Ogos, okay, yang upcoming one, the very close, okay, di Kota Marudu, Sabah pada 1 September. Jadi warga-warga Sabah, please stay tuned, okay, we are coming to you very soon, okay. Dan juga make sure lah yang paling hujung sekali tu 10 September, okay, yang of course semua orang waiting, yang paling selalu kita buat adalah DD Cyberville, okay. So our crowns will also be going to the DD Cyberville on the 10th of September as well as on the 2nd of September and the 3rd of September, okay. Please make sure you guys check out on this Crown Roadshow schedule dekat kita punya Facebook page, okay. And apart from that, we are also going to be having so much more activities, okay. For the next month, we also have the Perfect Pitch 3.0 pada 24 September, okay. Jadi make sure to book your date. Siap-siap, okay. Siap-siap. Make sure that you guys are going to be going to these two activities, okay. Banyak information yang kita akan share. And apart from that, okay, of course we also have our ongoing promotion. Sebelum tu saya terlupa, okay, ada satu lagi tarikh yang anda kena tune in, yang kena make sure book awal-awal, iaitu pada Oktober 15 ni 2023 pada pukul 6.30 petang hinggalah pukul 10.30 malam. Because why? This will be our global DSN 30th anniversary, di mana di DXN Cyberville, okay. And kita ada juga promotion lain yang about to end very soon, I would say. This is our special new product promotion, which is ini semua merupakan one of a few of our new release lah. So to those yang nak try kita punya new product, please make sure to check on this promotion, okay. Tinggal beberapa hari lagi, then please make sure to check on this promotion kalau nak try kita punya new products, okay. And apart from that, saya rasa banyak lagi promotion yang anda boleh check, and all the updates that we have will be posted, okay, dekat kita punya Facebook page. Anda boleh check dekat section foto, semua updates kita berikan, okay. Anda boleh saja check out on every of our campaign yang ada dekat situ, okay. Ini semua salah satu campaign yang ada lah. Okay, anda boleh check on all of this campaign on our Facebook page. Alright, so without further ado, let us welcome our guest speaker for tonight, our Mr. William Gan. Mr. William.
Hello, good morning Zati. Good morning
Macam lain
everyone.
tu.
Macam
Where are
lain
you from?
I am
Lain.
I'm from Kuala Lumpur as usual.
Okay, Mr. William, are you ready to give a little bit of update untuk hari ni?
Yes, I'm ready untuk sharekan segala maklumat yang saya tahu tentang enzyme theory hari ni.
Actually kan, bila cakap pasal enzyme ni kan, saya teringat lah. Ada satu phrase ni yang orang selalu cakap. Orang kata, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Ada kaitan tak dengan topik kita hari ni?
Ada kaitan sebenarnya sebab apple dulu kan merupakan buah yang agak berharga. Kita kata dia mempunyai banyak vitamin, bukan saja vitamin tapi sekarang banyak saintis telah mengaji dapat penyelidikan bahawa dia punya apple tu mengandungi banyak enzim yang boleh menggabungkan semua phytonutrient. Sebab kita cuma faham tentang vitamin C, tentang macam vitamin in fragments tapi enzim tu dengan gabungan vitamin dia mempunyai nama yang kita tidak tahu sebab it is a wholesome food. Jadi wholesome food dia ada nama lain. Jadi kalau kita makan an apple a day, dia mempunyai enzim yang boleh menguatkan daya ketahanan badan kita and also anti-aging dan sebagainya.
Itu sahaja daripada a simple phrase yang kita selalu dengar tapi kita tak tahu kenapa orang selalu cakap benda ni. Why is it that kita cakap an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Why? Okay, itu sedikit information. Itu pun information sikit tu kita rasa macam wow, I'm amazed. Okay, inilah yang saya suka kita punya topik. Okay, orang kata memang topik yang kita nak share pada malam ni memang sangat-sangat valuable juga. Sebab apa? Memang Mr. William sendiri was actually one of our, I would say, our lecturer dalam kita punya Ganom course. So this topic is actually partly lah, ada sepisan sikit lah yang kita ajar dalam Ganom course. So please make sure to stay tuned until the end of our session dan make sure to keep your pen and notes ready, okay, to learn a little bit more. And perhaps this enzyme will actually help you to lead a healthier lifestyle, okay. So before that, Mr. William, saya rasa ramai juga yang komen ni. So kita tengok sikit lah komen
Yes, please.
Kita ada, the first person to comment is actually our IMD himself, Mr. Ashish Jasani. Good morning, Ms. Zeti and Mr. William. Good morning, Mr. Ashish.
Good morning, Mr. Ashish. Good morning to you too.
We also have from DSN Kuala Lumpur. Good morning, DSN family. Good morning, Sir William. Okay. I believe that is our Pinoy members, and this is from Gihari. Okay, good morning DX and good morning. Kita juga ada daripada kakak kita, kakak Syafika. Good morning DX and hello Mr. William and Miss Zeti. Good morning.
Good morning Kak Syafika.
Power of enzyme must take. Betul lah tu. Take apa? Nanti kita tanya. Okay, Mr. Zakri pun cakap good morning. Mr. Z and Mr. William from Shah Alam. Okay, ini semua daripada Filipina. Miss Pausa, Miss Rebecca juga wishing us. Okay, kakak kita sebenarnya watching from Batu Pahat. Jauh dia hari ni
Jauh.
Seronok balik kampung. Okay, ada from Elisa. Good morning, DSF family watching from Philippines.
Lagi
okay,
jauh.
We also have from our leaders. Okay, watching from Miss Jovi. Good morning DSN. Greetings from Damansara Heights. Okay, hello Mom Zeti, keep on shining, you get your power. Thank you. It's to me. Okay,
it's for you.
Very, very different one. Daripada Kak Intan juga cakap good morning DSN family. Thank you Kak Intan watching.
Morning.
Okay, banyak juga ni sebenarnya komen. Saya tekan sikit-sikit lah.
Tak kisah, boleh je.
Ini kalau kita baca semua ni Mr. William.
Good morning, bukan?
Oh, okay. Tapi saya perasan satu komen yang paling saya suka.
Oi.
Dia ada family ya. Dekat bilik sebelah ya.
Ya. Ada
Siapa
evaluation form tu.
Itulah tu. Dia bagi attendance sikit. Dia kata I'm watching you. Alright, Mr. William, we actually have a whole lot more of comments, okay, but
Thank you.
I think it's better for us to proceed. Okay, are you
Yeah,
guys
sure.
ready? And I hope to those current viewers, please make sure to tune in sehingga ke penghujung. Okay, we are going to be giving you a little bit of introduction regarding our enzyme. So, Mr. William, I hope you are ready also. Are
Yes,
you?
I am ready. I am.
Okay. So I will be passing the whole stage to you, and I will also be jotting down some of the notes that you'll be uh, giving us for tonight. All right. So the floor
Definitely.
is all yours. Please have fun.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Ati. Okay, today we are talking about the enzymes today. Okay, kita akan we will dive in sedikit sebanyak tentang enzim. Tadi before that actually we were talking about an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yang falsafah ataupun kita kata the phrase, okay, it's only applicable maybe it's like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, or maybe 500 years ago. Sebab waktu itu cara kita makan, the way we ate, okay, it was healthier, it was more wholesome, and the environmental pollution was much lesser. But look at our world today, our surroundings today. Okay, just look at KL itself, the place where you live. Jalan raya dekat tepi je, okay? I'm saying that there's a lot more pollution than it should be, or a lot of the environmental pollution that the more than the body can actually take it. So we are actually receive a lot of those kind of bombardment, yeah. So that's the reason why, to be honest, if you ask me, an apple a day keeps the doctor away is no longer applicable today, because there is so much that the enzymes within the apple can provide you to maintain good health. And not only that, remember, the depletion of the nutrients of the apple is actually happening year by year. You do not actually get the same amount of nutrients, the same amount of enzyme of an apple, which is the same as 50 years ago. And don't forget, we are living in Malaysia. We cannot grow apples in Malaysia. So that's the reason why when you import apples from other countries, you need at least 6 to 9 months to reach here. By then, I think the enzymes will have been like depleted, and you do not actually eat the real life enzymes that the body needs every day. So if you ask me, or if I ask you, so do you need more enzymes to actually to replenish your body? So my answer is stay tuned. Then you give me the answer whether you actually need supplementary enzymes in your life. Okay, so without further ado, today I'd like to speak more about the understanding enzymes, which is part 1. And part 2, I will be divulging more about the enzyme theory on the 19th of September. Stay tuned. But the first part today, I just want you to give you the basics about enzymes. So, okay. What is enzymes? Okay, so first of all, I apologize for the slides. It's because of the compatibility issue with the StreamYard, but it's okay. So I will list one by one for you. What is enzyme? So as you can see that enzyme is life. You look at the picture there, you can see the cell and the butterfly, how the chrysalis from the egg, and then finally it becomes a caterpillar and then an adult butterfly. So enzyme is life. Without enzyme, there is no transformation. There is no change. There is nothing that is happening in this world for living things. Okay. So secondly, enzyme is a substance that accelerates the chemical process of breaking down or building up. Okay, enzim adalah sesuatu kita kata elemen yang boleh mempercepatkan proses kimia untuk kita kata breakdown. Dia akan mengecilkan molekul ataupun membantu dalam pertumbuhan. Jadi it is also known as a catalyst. It means Okay, maksud katalis dalam bahasa ialah pemangkin. Pemangkin maksudnya dia akan mempercepatkan proses kimia biologically dalam badan kita. Okay, so it helps with our biological action. So enzymes, in a short way, you look at the picture below, they are workers. You look at the construction workers. Imagine our body is a house. You need to build the house, okay? So you need workers. You need to have the construction workers to plan. Enzymes do plan, okay? Enzymes, they also help to join two wooden planks together. They nail it. So instead of one stick, it becomes two sticks this way or that way. So you will have the structure of your body. And not to forget, even the enzymes, the workers, they need to break down. Kayu yang panjang macam mana nak letak, nak kena samakan dia punya size, dia punya struktur dia untuk membina dia punya rumah kan. They have to saw lah, dia kena potong kan. That means they have to break down. So this is exactly what is happening in our body. Enzymes, they are workers, they can join together, they can build, and they can break down into smaller pieces. Okay, fourth point. Enzyme produces energy for living organism. Without enzyme, tak ada energy. So when you feel that you're tired, the first thing you'll be thinking, tak cukup makan gula ke, tak cukup tidur ke? One of the main reason is because your body is lack of enzymes. This is the secret I'm telling you. Okay, finally, like I have already mentioned, enzymes are crucial or important workers and doers in every cell of your body. Remember, the smallest unit of your body is cell. Dalam sel yang paling kecil, kita mempunyai trilion. Trilion maksudnya mempunyai 12 kosong tau. 1 million, iaitu 1 juta mempunyai 6 kosong. Maksudnya 1 juta. Means you have trillion cells in your body, okay, that requires enzyme to work. Without it, you are nothing. There is no life. Okay. So in order for you to stay alive, you need enzymes. This is fact. And of course, before I forget, enzymes is mostly made of protein component because the most body part in our body is made out of protein. Okay. Right. Next part I would like to share is, okay, with this diagram alone, energy is a source of life. Just like I spoke about why enzyme is life. Okay, before I even move further, without enzyme, you cannot produce energy. The first thing when you wake up in the morning, you got up from your bed this morning, you need enzymes to wake up because you need the enzymes to activate your brain, to activate the eyes, to receive the light, to activate the hormones in the body, how it can work. So the energy needs to be, the energy can only be produced with the existence of enzymes. But of course, without enzymes, your body still can produce energy, but slower lah. That's the reason why enzyme is catalyst. I already mentioned. So enzyme adalah pemangkin. Pemangkin iaitu kita akan mempercepatkan segala proses dalam badan kita. Kalau tanpa pemangkin, badan kita tidak boleh jalan langsung. Kalau kita nak jalan, okay, orang dah jalan 10 step, ada enzim, kita jalan 1 step je. Mungkin dia dah jalan 100 step dekat depan tu, kita dah baru jalan 1 step. So enzyme, it means that macam kereta dia punya lubricant oil, okay, dia punya engine oil tu semua, dia akan mempercepatkan roda tu untuk combustion. Dia boleh jalan lebih jauh lagi, lebih cepat lagi. So enzyme produces energy for living organism. So you look at the picture here, so it's very simple. I make it very easy. So you can see the three yellow biji there. It is phosphate group, means that they are the conserved energy. In order for the energy out, we call it energy out. You look at the below picture is become one biji of the yellow round thing and the 2 yellow round thing. Actually, they are phosphate group. So the phosphate become ion. So you need the enzyme to break it down. So it release the energy. So where's the enzyme? You see the red color thing? Red color is ribose. Anything with O's, A's, O's, A's, Us, A's. So means that those names, they are highly probability with enzymatic action. So that's you see that this is the whole group of adenosine. So as I'm sure that there are a few of the sports and science maybe specialty here. So ATP, their adenosine triphosphate means that they're active energy, and adenosine the diphosphate means that it is the two group phosphate with an active energy being released. Okay. So exogenic means that energy out. Endogenic means that you keep the energy. So it is interchangeable. That's the reason why you have, when you sleep, you have all the energy conserved. When you get up, you have all the energy being used up during exercise and your daily physical activity. Okay. So another point about enzyme is life. So let me zoom in this picture for you. Cell replication. So you can see that our skin always looks the same. But to be honest, every few hours your skin is being replaced by new layer. So without enzyme, the cell division will be stunted. It cannot grow. The DNA cannot replicate. Macam photostat machine tu, stop. It slow down. So cell division is very important, especially DNA. Sebab enzymes, they are required to the RNA replication. RNA means DNA dia macam ni kan. RNA is one strand only. So all the details, all the blueprint, all the information, segala maklumat dalam badan kita yang kita dapat daripada ibu bapa, okay, kita, it needs to be duplicated. Duplication is the key. So if there is duplication, there is growth. So this is the law of nature, like how you build DSM business. If there is duplication, there is growth. So if there's no duplication, the growth will be severely affected. Okay, so I hope you understand me until here. Okay, let's move on to the next part of enzyme. Okay, enzyme is not only for the growth, but it's also is a key to transformation. Okay, enzim adalah salah satu kunci untuk transformasi. Kita kata penukaran lah yang baik. So enzyme is a substance that accelerates the chemical process of breaking down or building up. I always repeat, breaking down and building up is part of the human being process and any living organism process. Pokok yang mati, dia akan tumbuh semula. It needs to break down, it needs to grow back. So this is a cycle of life. So it is also known as a catalyst. So why is it breaking down so important? For example, breaking down in the body. So when you eat a big chunk of food, takkan kita, let's say kita makan daging, kita makan sayur, waktu kita pergi bilik pergi like buang air besar kan, dia macam benda yang sama je. No, right? While you eat the meat, you go to toilet, you see the meat is being released into the toilet. It doesn't make any sense. So when you eat a piece of meat, when you eat some vegetables, it will be transformed. It will be absorbed. So that's the reason why your food in a big chunk, they need enzymes to break down so your body actually can absorb the nutrients and the phytochemicals and the phytonutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, all you can name it, more easily into the body. And of course, when you absorb already, the enzymes that is in charge of to build up, okay, is for the growth and repair. Remember, workers can do repair work. When I'm talking about enzymes, you just remember the construction workers who wear a helmet, who carry the hammer, who carry the saw. They can actually to help to build and repair. So you look at the graph on the right side. Okay, this is a 3D graph. With enzyme, you imagine it is so easy for you to the arrow, the for the lower level with enzyme, all the activity, the transformation from A transform to B can be happening within short period of time. Okay, so without enzyme, people who have not eaten food with enzyme for the longest time, okay, that's why their body become more and more tired, is because the body is using more of their own body resources to break down the food. So the graph actually goes up. Okay, So we call it activation energy is required even more without enzyme. That's the reason why enzyme adalah pemangkin. That's the reason why enzymes, they are catalysts. They lower down your activation energy. Means that you do not require as much as the energy to break down the food. You also do not require as much of the energy to build the body or for the growth and also for the repair. Okay, so let's look at the picture for you to understand more, even better. Okay, look at the frogs. Okay, the enzyme is the key to transformation. This is an analogy for you to understand the layman term for you guys who never studied about science. You look at the frogs. I circle. Without enzyme, okay, maybe in 1 hour, the frogs, you only have one frog lompat, meloncat, okay, from dry frogs to wet frogs. So only one frog, or one dry frog become one wet frog. So it's not so efficient, right? It's a slow rate. That's the reason why when people are sick, without enzymes, they cannot heal fast because they need more enzymes to heal. They need more enzymes for the immune system to fight. This is a topic I will talk about in the next in the part 2. So you look at the second picture, enzyme catalyzed reaction. You look at like 4 frogs there in 1 hour, okay, with the same timeline, with the lower energy barrier. Can you see that the frogs can easily jump? So with the higher barrier, means that you need more energy for the frogs to lompat to go to the other side. But with the lower barrier, can you see that the frogs can actually, the dry frogs can jump into the wet frogs? There are totally like 4 to 5 of them in 1 hour. So reaction proceeds at a significantly faster rate as the activation energy threshold is reduced. Okay, this is the meaning of the enzyme for the key of transformation. Okay, so that explains actually for the graph that is happening here. It is actually the same. I make it into the frogs so you can understand. When we talk about enzymes, we talk about how many frogs, dry frogs or wet frogs, within one certain period of time. Okay, all right. Next thing, we need to understand about the characteristics of enzymes. Okay, sifat-sifat enzim. Okay, what's the meaning? Okay, so highly specific. Okay, dia sangat spesifik, dia sangat unik. Dia tak boleh katakan nak buka kunci tu. Okay, let me explain to you how. Okay, I will go to the point one by one. Secondly, extremely efficient. Dia sangat efficient. Thirdly, stable structure. It is very dia akan struktur dia sangat stabil. Okay, optimum temperature. Okay, memerlukan takat suhu yang stabil dan optimum. Tak boleh tukar-tukar. Okay, it has to happen within one fixed temperature only. Okay, dependent on pH. Dia bergantung, sangat bergantung kepada pH dalam badan kita. Okay, repressed by inhibitors. Dia akan diganggu oleh, kita kata inhibitor ataupun kita kata gangguan. Inhibitor ialah gangguan, elemen gangguan. So function reversely means that fungsi itu dia akan boleh dibalikkan. Dia boleh pergi balik. Okay, next, I'll show you. Okay. The first characteristic, it is highly specific. Macam mana kita kata nak highly specific? Okay, pernah tak tengok macam rumah, dalam rumah anda ada tak kunci boleh guna untuk 4 mangga yang sama tak? Boleh tak? Make sense. It makes sense to you for you to have one key is applicable for 4 padlocks at home. It is not specific. So if you actually lose that one key, you are actually have a high risk of the burglary or the theft to happen because you have one key that can open 4 padlocks. It doesn't make any sense. So I don't think any of you who has a home with one key that can at least open 4 to 5 padlocks, unless it is like for safety reasons, okay, maybe for, but I'm talking about maybe for the front gate, to the grill, to the door, to your room, at least 4 different specific lock and key principle, okay? So each enzyme is unique. You cannot have like one enzyme that can apply to all. So that's the reason why we say nutrition is not applicable as one size fits all. This person sick doesn't mean that this person, maybe these 2 person they're having the same sickness, but it doesn't mean that they need the same kind of solution. But the Western medicine, they can have the same kind of treatment and management to control the pain and to control the symptoms, but not the root cause. Okay, so the lock and key principle, you can look at the left picture. Okay, so the round will go to the round, the rectangular will go, the blue color and the purple will go together. So enzymes are very specific and only works with certain substrate. Substrate means that or the red color, blue color, green color and purple color, they are called substrate. Okay, substrat ialah benda yang nak ditukarkan. So untuk bayi-bayi, untuk macam maybe for the kids, maybe you have seen babies, toddlers, who try to put you look at the picture down there, put the round cubes, the moon shape, maybe the triangle. Can you put the round cylinder into the triangular hole? Can or not? I don't think so, right? So that's the reason why cylindrical or the round shape is only applicable for the round holes, for the toys. You can see that. That's why it's very specific. I want you to see, to visualize. Enzymes work that way. And of course, for people who are gamers, my kind, and maybe for you guys who play Tetris before, look at the game. So whenever you already fix everything into one same line, the whole line will disappear, right? So that is called broken down concept. So broken down concept is like Tetris. You put one whole line, it's all complete, gone. So you are trying to actually to lower the capacity of or the load of the body. Imagine you don't have enzymes. You don't have specific enzyme in your body. So you keep putting, overload, then game over lah. So this is the concept of the game of the Tetris. So I want you to understand. So it is highly specific and you need it every single moment of your life. Okay. Next. So the characteristics of enzymes are extremely efficient. So why? Okay. Since most reactions in your body cells, okay, need special enzymes, even each cell contains thousands of different enzymes itself. One cell only. So imagine your whole body, how many millions of the enzymes activity that is happening right now. You can just stop, wonder, and how our body is being created in such a very magnificent way. Okay, even though you get poison, your body is still able to eliminate the poison. Why? Because you have enzymes to clear all the poisons away. Because we do not know how much poisons we're eating from the food, the toxins we're eating from the food, and yet the body is working so hard for you. Okay. Secondly, enzymes let chemical reactions in the body happen not 2 folds, not 3 folds, not 100 folds, but millions of times faster than without the enzyme. Because enzymes are not part of the product. They can be reused again and again. That's why it is extremely efficient. So with enzymes that is existing in your body, all the process. Tadi William kata, kalau kita kata satu step, orang tu ada enzim 100 step kan. Tapi dalam sel, with enzyme, kita jalan satu step, kalau dengan enzim tu, boleh jalan 1 juta step. It's 1 million step that is so far ahead. So if you have 1 million steps ahead of you to help your body to detox, do you think you want it or not? If your body actually has 1 million steps ahead to become anti-aging, do you want it or not? If you have 1 million steps ahead of your body to become healthy, if you have fever, let's say if you are contracted with flu virus, you are 1 million steps quicker to heal. Maybe some people, they only take 1 day to heal, but you need, without enzymes, perhaps you need 7 days to heal. Which one do you prefer? So please think again. Is enzyme that important in your life? Okay, if you think it's not important, please think again. Okay, so enzymes can build or break down molecules. So look at the right picture. Okay, dehydration synthesis. Okay, is building dehydration. So they just join everything together. The green color is substrate reacting. So the purple color is enzyme. When they join together, like staple together, they become new compound. Or hydrolysis. Okay, synthesis means build. Hydrolysis, lysis means break down. Okay, so you look at the The same, the picture at the lower part, the enzyme, okay, the purple color, it is reversible. That's why I said it is reversible. So the whole compound can be broken into 2 parts. Okay. So the next one, the characteristics of enzymes, it is stable in structure. So you don't look at the whole process. I do not want to confuse you. You look at the picture that I've circled for you. Do you see that the enzyme does not change in shape? The blue color enzyme. Okay, when the thing combine, blah, 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 everything, all the reaction happen. Okay, so the characteristics of enzymes is because of stable structure, which is the shape, the nature, and the function of enzyme is not altered. Okay, dia tidak akan diubah suai. Okay, it cannot be changed during the chemical process. So it means that enzymes is a very stable structure until you disturb it, until you destroy it. Okay, enzymes can be recycled or reused again and again and again because it is something that is always existing in your body unless it is inhibited. Okay, maksudnya inhibited ialah diganggu. Macam mana dia akan jadi ganggu? What's the reason? Okay, but I will tell you that later. Okay, so the next thing about the enzymes. The enzyme can work at its best, okay, at the right temperature. What is our body temperature? Okay, so this is a basic science that you need to know. Our body is 37 degrees Celsius. We are the warm blood. Okay, we are warm blood. Means that we are not cold-blooded. Why you call it cold-blooded? Cold-blooded macam buaya, macam ular, okay, like snakes, like reptiles, because their body temperature, they follow the environmental temperature. If the environment is 20 degrees Celsius, the body will become 20 degrees Celsius. But human being, when we say that we are actually warm-blooded, means that if outside is 20 degrees Celsius, our body is still 37 degrees Celsius. Is that it does not drop. Okay, it is dropping by even by 2 degrees Celsius. We will actually suffering from hypothermia. We have severe issues with any of the physiological process that is happening that is above 37 degrees or a lot below than 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that's the reason why when you are having fever, the enzymes in the body is not able to break down and absorb the food effectively. Okay, it is a sign of not feeling well. So that's the reason why whenever you have fever, you don't have appetite to eat anything. But you just can eat something like porridge, something light, so your body can recover. You look at the animals like dogs, whenever they have fever, they don't eat anything. It is a form of mechanism for the body to heal. So you need to allow sometimes light fever to happen. Why? Okay, now I explain to you. On the other hand, the body heat is released. I'm not talking about the fever first. I'm talking about exercise. That's the reason why exercise is mandatory in your life. We are human being. We are not pokok. Kita bukan pokok yang boleh menerima cahaya matahari. Kita boleh dapat makanan daripada cahaya matahari. Kita boleh mencipta makanan daripada matahari. Salah satu saja, iaitu vitamin D. That's it. So the rest, you actually need to eat. You need to move. That's the reason why we are being created to move, so that we can find food. So at the same time, you need to move about so that your body can generate heat. But I will want to speak specifically about when we actually, our body is, the heat is generated during the exercise. It is able to interfere with the bacterial infection enzyme. This is the key. Why people who actually exercise, dia lebih cerdas, dia akan jadi lebih sihat. That's the reason why you need to exercise. Because exercise not only actually it will enhance our blood circulation, it will actually jadi also pemangkin for the enzyme to actually work, but also it will help to interfere. Dia akan ganggu. Sebab bakteria pun ada enzim tersendiri. Bacteria also has its very own enzyme so that it can ganggu our body. So that's the reason why we need to exercise. When we get contracted maybe by virus or bacterial infection, tanpa kita tahu, okay, without us knowing. So we call it infiltration of the bacteria or virus into our body. if our body is strong, the symptoms will not appear. So it's because our body heat, when we exercise, it is able to keep interfering with the bacterial infection enzyme. So the bacteria cannot grow. Remember I said enzyme is for what? Enzyme is to break down and to build. Okay, in this case, enzyme in bacteria, they cannot grow because you keep attacking, the heat keep attacking the bacteria enzymatic function. So whenever the bacteria has already infiltrated into the body, so before it goes to and attack the host mode, it will not happen if you have this good body heat. But of course, at the same time, mild fever has the same mechanism. So you need to make sure that it is not too high. The Goldilocks phenomenon, we call it Goldilocks. The Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and the Baby Bear. So Papa Bear, porridge so hot lah. So don't wait until your body is like 38 degree only you just do something about it. So whenever your body is below 37.5 or between like 37 to 37.5, it's okay. Don't depend on the drug to suppress your fever. Okay, I know you may be feeling a bit unwell, but if your body has a little bit of mild fever, it means that your body is doing something. So please allow the nature to take place in your body and know your body well. And today I'm helping you to understand the enzyme works the best at its right temperature. Certain temperature is for certain reason. Okay. All right. So the next one, I will be talking about the characteristics of enzyme works the best at the right body pH. So you can see that our body is full of fluids. You cut your skin open, full of fluids. When you open your mouth, it's full of fluids. So your body is like a chemical factory. Okay. So it has a lot of natural, organic chemical substances in your body to help to break down the food. So this is pretty normal because our body is not made of robot. It's not fully mechanical. No doubt we have mechanical, the mechanism that to break down the food, which is like teeth grinding and your stomach churning. That's it. Okay, and of course the movement of your intestines. That's it. But the rest of it depends on the chemical reaction, especially the enzymes. So for those of you who have studied bio before on the basic science before, the salivary gland, they have amylase, okay, or we call it the carbohydrates, okay. So the amylase in the saliva, okay, is different from the one from in the pancreas. You can see that the pancreas, the red color carbohydrates, or we call it amylase, it is different. So please don't say that, if I eat the food, if I don't have the saliva, it's okay. I can depend on my the pancreas to break down the food. Okay, so it is very unique that you see if your food is not properly digested here, it will not be properly digested here. So means upstairs is not good, means downstairs is not good. So do you get what I mean? So what I want to say is that you need to ensure to eat and enjoy your food slowly and chew enough, so your mandibular glands or the salivary glands, they can secrete enough enzymes and saliva to cover the food. And the more you chew, the food chunk becomes smaller and smaller. So the smaller of the food chunk has bigger surface area. Okay, so imagine you have this surface area so big, okay, compared to 10 kettle of this, okay, which is same size of this Tupperware. So which one has more surface area? This has more surface area, right? So because this surface area only cover the front part, what about the inner part? It doesn't cover. So what I'm trying to say is that try to chew your food slowly, so all the food, it can be covered with the saliva to break down we call it the carbohydrates, especially, okay, properly in your body, so your body can absorb the sugar properly. So that's the reason why a lot of people may be having high blood sugar, is due to this reason, because you do not actually eat your food with a proper manner. Stress makan, tengah kerja makan, kadang-kadang tak makan. So your body is going haywire. Today I'm not talking about just the enzymes, but I'm talking about the lifestyle that is affecting your enzymes. because we are the one who disturb the efficiency and efficacy of the enzymes. It's because of our lifestyle. And of course, your stomach. By right, your stomach needs hydrochloric acid. Now I'm talking about pH. Your salivary glands is slightly alkaline, but once it goes to your stomach, it is highly acidic. When you put your finger inside, can burn because the pH is as low as 1 or 2 only. So why it needs high? We call it a very high acidic environment because it needs not only to kill the germs, okay, but it works very well for the enzymes that actually to break down the protein to work together. So imagine if some people they love to limpah banyak kuah dalam dia punya makanan dia, okay, selalu minum sup, okay. So those people who always drink the broth, who always drink the soup during their meals or keep drinking the water, they will be actually diluting the instantaneous pH of the stomach in the body. That's the reason why people have a lot of stomach issues. Like for example, the Helicobacter pylori is one of the reasons why, because people always like eat and also drink at the same time. And secondly, they always eat the overnight food. Okay, so that actually cannot allow the stomach to kill the bacteria effectively, and at the same time, the protein cannot be broken properly. So people who always drink water and drink soup and eat at the same time, okay, always have bloated stomach problem because it's not properly digested. Your body will know, hey, my body does not actually digest the food properly, especially the protein. So what happened? Bloated, the gas will happen. It will release. So it is telling us, it is a signal. Okay, our stomach cannot talk. It does not have a mouth. So it will tell you, hey, my bloatedness actually symbolizes or signifies that your eating habit has a problem. It's not because maybe the food itself. Maybe it's the lifestyle, but you need to actually to be mindful of the food and also the way you eat. So, and of course, after the stomach, it will go down to pancreas, to duodenum, okay, where liver and all the gallbladder, everything we call it bile salt, everything will just to digest the fatty acids lah. So I will not go to detail to those, but I would just want to say different pH that only works very specific for certain enzymes only. So your mouth is more towards alkaline, your stomach is more towards very acidic. Once it is out of the stomach, it is slightly alkaline, it is neutral a little bit. When it goes to the small intestine, it's even more alkaline, and finally go to the colon, it is a neutral again. So until when the feces is being released, okay? So the pH is very important for the enzymes to work. And especially not only that, the friendly bacteria. Friendly bacteria, just now I mentioned, the bad bacteria can release enzyme, right? So if your colon is not having enough fiber, is not having enough food enzyme, your body is the pH in your colon, in your intestines will be upside down. That's where you always have kentut lah, flatulence. Okay, you will be always having flatulence because all the pathogenic bacteria, they release all the gases. Okay, that is not good for your body. So it needs to be expelled out. That's the reason you always have kentut. So you always have the flatulence. Okay, as funny as it sounds, but it also tells you that your small intestines has not been healthy. Okay, this is a very long one. Okay, all right. The next one, the inhibitors of the enzymes, which is the enemy of enzymes. Like I already mentioned, toxins, they are the main source of inhibitors. Okay, why? So you look at the picture, the blue picture. It's a bit small, but I try to explain it. Okay, the competitive inhibitors. So the substrate, the light green is supposed to be the things that you need to react together with the enzymes. Okay, like for example, this is the enzymes. Okay, this is the thing that you need to digest, to break down, right? But this thing, okay, is substituted by toxins. Toxins, the inhibitor, they may look the same, okay, but they're different. Look same but different. They have two legs, and then they combine with the enzymes. So how can this? You look at the lighter green, they cannot come in. They compete with each other. So we call it competitive inhibitors. Gangguan yang kita kata dia akan bertanding, okay? Gangguan dalam pertandingan lah. So that means they will just compete with the substrate to work together with the enzyme. So that's the reason there's no reaction. You can see that there's no reaction. So whose fault is that? Okay, You'll be thinking that maybe it's our body's fault. You look at the toxins. Where is it coming from? Refined food. Okay, we have been eating more refined food than wholesome food today. So maybe like the flour, tepung, So maybe the bread, white bread. So these are the refined food that can actually create a lot of problems. Undigested food, just now I mentioned, makan cepat, okay, makan tak tentu masa, okay. So these food, they cannot be properly digested in your mouth, and you just throw all the load to your stomach. If upstairs you are not doing the work, I don't care lah. I throw everything to downstairs lah. So you think the downstairs people will go crazy or not? They will just strike. They just do not want to do the work for you. So the undigested food, when you go to stomach, it has more load for the stomach to do. So that's the reason why it cannot be 100% for the stomach to actually to break down the food. So the undigested food, when it goes to the intestine, it will just stay there. Okay, it just stay there. It does not. It will compete with the substrate. Okay. And the enzymes cannot work again. And of course, free radicals, toxins, free radicals means that if you don't take the food with antioxidant, free radicals can destroy the enzyme as well. Even though the enzyme itself, it is very stable and very robust. But free radicals in the longer run, if you keep attacking that something good, it will become destroyed as well. Drugs, medications. If you heavily depend on drugs and medication, this will also destroy enzyme as well. And of course, artificial substances like, artificial food, the canned food, the preservatives, the fillers, okay? So all these things unknowingly, okay, they are not being recognized by the body. Body tu, badan kita, dia tidak akan mengenal pasti apa kita makan. Kalau benda yang kita makan tu tidak boleh dikenal pasti oleh badan kita, dia akan reject. Tapi badan kita dah masukkan, dia tak akan reject. Dia akan simpan dekat tepi je. So it will be kept at one side. So not only that, you look at the purple color, the right picture. The enzyme inhibition, okay, the non-competitive. You can see the green color and the blue color. So you know the enzyme, there is one button there. There's a round color button there. So the non-competitive means ialah pertandingan, gangguan yang tidak dalam pertandingan lah. So means that this blue color inhibitor can go near the enzyme and go to the other side of the enzyme. It will change the nature of the enzyme. You look at the enzyme, the mouth, the groove is actually V. When the blue color attached to the enzyme, it become what? U. So can V go to U? Cannot, right? So V, the shape enzyme has become U. So this is also another problem. The more enzyme that we have, if we have more toxins, it will keep inhibiting. We change the nature of enzyme until there's no reaction. So that's a problem. So not only that, our body, the body below, or the picture below, you can see that we call it the body waste that is not properly being managed properly. You look at the green color, the triangle, the enzyme 1, then the enzyme 2, the purple color, enzyme 3, okay, then you can see that the end product, it can be we call it metabolic waste of the body that is supposed to be expelled out of the body, but it has not been expelled out of the body in time. So it will go and kacau another enzyme. So it will cause the vicious cycle to happen. So we call it that the inhibitors, the enemy of enzymes are mainly coming from toxins. Toxins are not just poison. Toxins means that it does a lot of interference to your body metabolic pathways. This is the meaning of toxins. Apa-apa yang ganggu segala dalam proses pencernaan dalam badan kita, iaitu toxin. Okay. Alright. So I think I've reached to the end of part 1. Okay, I will reserve more for part 2. So you can just take some notes. Okay, just prepare for yourself. I'll be talking more about next topic. I'll be talking about enzyme and digestion. Okay, enzim dan sistem penghadaman, enzyme and metabolism, enzim dan metabolisme, enzyme and detoxification, enzim dan sistem perkumbahan, enzyme and immune system, enzim dan sistem daya pertahanan, enzyme and healing ability, enzim dan keupayaan untuk kita kata untuk self heal. Kita akan jadi sembuh, okay, kuasa untuk menyembuh diri. Okay, this is very important, yeah. Okay, alright, and of course the levels of enzyme I'll be talking about, okay, is level 1, food enzymes, okay, meaning that the enzymes that you can get from food. Level 2, digestive enzymes. Level 3, metabolic enzymes. Why I mentioned level 1, level 2, level 3? Stay tuned, okay, for the next lesson. Okay, and of course, last but not least, I'll be talking about which DXN products contain enzymes. Okay, so I'm sure that some of you already know, but I will further elaborate which product of DXN actually contain enzymes because they are wholesome food. They are not the extracted form of the food that contains different kinds of artificial fillers or artificial chemical substances. No, so this is all wholesome food. So be rest assured that when you take DXN products, you have enzymes that actually contain. But which one is the highest? I will actually break down one by one. Okay, in the next one. So that's the end of my enzyme theory for part 1. So I hope all of you actually have already gained all the knowledge that I've already shared today. So it is an excitement for me, and it's always been an honor for me, a privilege for me to actually to share with you about the enzymes because it is my job, it is my responsibility to help you guys actually to be mindful, okay, so that you can always lead a lifestyle to help you to have a better understanding about the enzymes, the need of enzymes. That's the reason how you can actually to appreciate DXN products more because DXN products has a lot of enzymes. So stay tuned for part 2 enzyme theory. Thank you very much.
Alright, so thank you so much, Mr. William. But before we like to end our session and perhaps go to the any Q&A if we have, let's us please take a break for a while with our coffee and perhaps we can guys actually see this video for a while, right? Let's go. All right, that was a quick break for a while just now. So now, so we have been given a whole lot of information about enzyme. That is only the part 1. Okay, we also have a part 2 later on in which it will be stated even more information. Okay, lagi banyak information yang kita akan kongsikan. Okay, kalau anda nak tahu even produk pun, okay, itu dekat part 2. Okay, for this session kita akan hanyalah bagi tahu you semua all about the enzyme just now lah. So thank you so much Mr. William. Banyak yang anda telah kongsikan sebentar tadi. Okay, dan sebenarnya saya rasa banyak juga komen yang kita boleh tengok sedikit lah. And perhaps boleh juga dapatkan clarification from you regarding all these things that has been commented lah. Okay, so now tadi saya perasan juga ada yang cakap ini okay lah, ini sebagai hanya komen saja. Just happen to message Auntie Jane regarding marine time and 25. She brought me to your Facebook live. Timely and good information sharing. Itu
Oh my God.
sedikit.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Itu saya sedikit produk dah disebut tu. Okay, ada juga ini juga perkongsian. Okay, by right we need to chew our food at least 30 times. For cancer patient I heard 100 times if possible. Okay.
Yes.
Apakah perkaitan dia tadi?
Okay. Actually, Michelle, you're quite right. I'm sure that you are already being exposed to all this because chewing is the way that actually the mechanical or the mechanism that actually we need to break down the food so that the food can be actually to blend well together with the enzyme to give time for the enzyme because I already mentioned that enzyme is life. So the food needs to be turned into something alive that can be absorbed into the body. That's the reason why cancer patients, there are actually books, especially the Japanese, the way they actually treat like the we call it the colorectal cancer, the stomach cancer. The key to it is to chew the food properly in a very slow manner. They can just chew as slow as possible, even though the paste, the certain food paste that we have taken, like even like bubo, the porridge you put into the mouth, you need to chew as well. Even though there's nothing solid for you to chew, but the chewing actually stimulates the saliva to be produced into your mouth because chewing is a form of stimulation for your saliva to come out. So without chewing, okay, like you talk, imagine if you talk, your saliva keep coming out, your mouth will be full of the saliva. So talking does not induce the production of saliva, but chewing of the food does. When there's something, you see the babies chew the something food, chew until the whole saliva come out. It's because the baby, they are practicing. The pacifier, the everything. The babies, they are trained since young to chew so that their salivary glands can become active all this while. With the salivary gland, the enzymes is a source of life. It is able to reverse certain cancer condition. Or I see that enzyme can actually reverse certain abnormalities in our cells. Okay, back to you, Sandy.
So that was actually the reason lah. Sebab lagipun Mr. William juga sebut tadi, bila kata enzyme ni dia bantu kita punya digestive system dan juga all other parts in our body lah. So bila ada banyak enzyme, okay, lagi senang untuk kita absorb all the nutrients. So perhaps that is also the reason why it has been mentioned for a certain person, okay, with a certain critical disease to actually chew more, okay. Barulah banyak lagi enzim ataupun nutrients yang dia dapat. Okay, serap. Okay. Kita juga ada komen daripada Miss Azhan Yusof. Okay, dia kata fasting is also good then. Okay. Ini saya rasa tadi masa Mr. William kongsikan regarding orang kata apa, dalam stomach kita yang banyak gasi, okay. Itu juga dia kata dikongsikanlah mungkin juga berpuasa is actually good. Okay, what do you have to say in terms of this?
I agree with you because you already mentioned that all the actually all the cultures actually promote, we call it fasting. Okay, even though fasting, every day you are doing fasting, if you realize the last meal of the day and the first meal of next day, you have to fast at least 12 hours. Orang Malaysia suka makan kan? Tengok orang makan kan? Pukul 12 pun makan kan? Lepas sembahyang subuh makan lagi kan? So we do not have enough time for the body to rest. For the body to produce enzymes, okay, you need to allow the organ to rest. Okay, imagine, just like I mentioned about the stability, the enzyme is stable, can be recycled and used again and again, right? It doesn't mean that it is unlimited. You need to allow to give the enzyme to rest without the thing in, out. Let the enzyme rest without anything. So during fasting, you can clear whatever things, okay, the remaining things in the blood or intestines, so that your body actually to allow more enzymes. The empty, we call it the active site, always empty, ready. They're always ready. So your enzymes, like by the time you want to eat, when the food comes in, okay, macam kilang lah. Okay, pop, masuk. So imagine you keep eating the food, your enzyme always holding the food. Belum sampai masa dia nak bawa, ada lagi pula makanan masuk. Tapi tak ada enzyme. So your food will stay there, undigested. So that's the meaning why intermittent fasting is good for you. So this is the correct answer. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. So I believe orang kata macam bila kita makan terlalu banyak ataupun terlalu kerap, itulah salah satu punca juga perut kita jadi gassy, our intestine is not having enough rest, so mungkin orang kata bukanlah semestinya berpuasa, untuk Islam mungkin you rasa nak kena puasa the whole day, no, it doesn't mean we have to fast the whole day, mungkin ada short break untuk you, untuk bagi your stomach, nak balance balik everything, that's what it meant, ada juga komen daripada Dr. Puven. Dr. Puven pun ada tanya, how many types of DS and enzyme should one consume daily? How much?
Okay, so how many types of DS and enzymes should one consume daily? So there is no one fixed answer. It depends on the person's age, the person's wear and tear, the person's well-being. Okay, let's say if this person has been very healthy, so maybe a little bit of the digestive issues. Okay, so I can suggest or recommend this person is only taking more enzyme and maybe some of the GL, because GL also contains enzyme, because remember mycelium products has enzymes as well, and also some of lion's mane, so that will do. Unless maybe you can see that a person maybe have a more severe problem. So because remember we know that there is no like one product is allocated or associated with only one disease, one certain type of disease. But if we understand our body well, if we understand DSM products well, DSM products is linked to what? Food. So you need to understand the nature of food that is suitable for the body, so we can actually help the person which kind of products that they can actually adopt it to. So maybe Codipine, for example, is more towards the anti-inflammatory kind of enzymes. So people maybe have some arthritis, sakit-sakit sengal, sendi-sendi macam tu. Okay, Codipine is good for this person. So if you ask about the dose, there is no limit. You most of the time you need to see from the experience of because we learn from each and every customer. So you need to actually have a notebook and study which is the dose that is good for you. But there is no limit for the person to consume the enzyme. Is that, for example, if I ask how many oranges, we know fresh oranges have enzymes, right? How many oranges or an apple or apples can a person consume a day? There is no fixed number. There is no research can say that when you eat 20 oranges you will die. No, you can eat up to 20 oranges, provided if you eat with moderation, you will not get the cough lah. So if you with the right amount of oranges, maybe you take 5 to 10, it's not a problem. Even though you take 1 to 2, it's not a problem. It's only according to what the body needs. That's my answer. Thank you.
I see. And related to that question just now that has been asked by Dr. Puwen, we also have I think continuous question. Dia cakap, what about cold press juicing with combination of 1 or 3 fruits and vegetables? Is it good to take it daily? I think Mr. William also has actually indirectly mentioned about this also. What do you say, Mr. William?
Cold press juicing, as long as it is not the heated juicing, means that the fast RPM juicing, is fine. Means cold press juicing, it is the slow press kind of juicing, like 1 to 3 fruits. Sorry, how many vegetables? Can I see that again? Remember the juicing, the rule of the thumb between fruits and vegetables, it has to be the ratio of 4 to 1 or 3 to 1. Means that 3 vegetables, 1 fruit, because you are actually extracting the fiber out of the fruit. If you take all fruits that is juicing, it will create high sugar level in the blood. So a lot of people have been on juicing without knowing anything. They do juicing on fruits every day. They can get a high blood sugar issue. So what I'm trying to say that juicing is not bad. It's good for certain people who cannot eat certain amount of the food that they need every day. For example, maybe severely ill patient, they need to eat normal food. On top of normal food, they need juicing. It's not a replacement. It's not a replacement. It is on top of it. On top of it means that you have the fundamental food. On top of it, you can take the combination of juicing. But of course, if maybe some people they have issue with the swallowing, they need a palliative care. Okay, this is exceptional. You can give the juicing together with maybe soft diet to this person. So this is how you actually if answer back to you, is it good for you to take daily? Like I already mentioned, you need to eat normal food. On top of that, you take juicing with the nisbah. Nisbah, the ratio of 3:1 or 4:1. We call it vegetables to fruits. Okay, I hope that helps.
I see. So it was a 3 ratio to 1 or 4 ratio to 1. So vegetables ratio to fruits.
To fruits, yes.
So maksudnya kita kena lebihkan sikit vegetable lah daripada fruit sahaja, sebab dalam buah juga orang kata ada banyak, it contains a whole lot of natural sugar. Is that right?
Not unnatural sugar, because of the natural sugar of the fruit, okay, it can trigger the blood sugar also.
Trigger the blood sugar, okay.
Spike, yes.
Orang kata kena makan balanced diet, okay. Kena tengok juga your own dietary. Okay, I think that is all the questions that we have for now, okay. And I believe any other question, kalau kata sesiapa saja nak tanya soalan kepada Mr. William, you can also ask us on our part 2, okay. Part 2 kita akan buat pada 19 September. Okay, so please make sure to tune in to our part 2, because part 2 kita akan berkongsikan juga. Okay, kalau tadi dah tahu apa the function of enzyme, okay, apa yang dia akan tolong with our body. Now in part 2 tadi, macam Mr. William cakap, kita akan sharekan and we will be helping you guys with a certain products, okay, yang that might actually help you lah. Okay, tapi sebenarnya pun tadi pun kita dah ada bagi hint-hint sikit lah produk apa lah, okay. So I think, thank you so much Mr. William, okay. Banyak juga komen yang thank you semua daripada Dr. Puvan, daripada
Dr. Puvan.
Okay, ada juga yang cakap daripada Miss Soleha Husna, even our Mr. Morinzi actually is with us.
Thank you, Lasso. Thank you.
Okay, and a comment from our Miss Michelle. Thank you for the thorough and comprehensive explanation. So awesome. Indeed, it was very awesome, Mr. William. Okay, I was very, very amazed with your whole explanation. Okay, I believe that is all that we have for today. And of course, ini please make sure to see you guys on 19th of September for part 2, okay. Dan sebelum saya nak end this session, okay, hari ni kita tengok live, okay, live bersama Mr. William. Esok pula Mr. William, tahu tak ada apa?
Tahu. Itu medium yang akan bagi ceramah tentang the power of medicinal plant, iaitu curcumin.
Yes. Okay, please make sure that you guys tune in as well for tomorrow. Okay, we have the power of 2 medicinal plant. Okay, bila pada 8:30 malam. This is actually our new product launching, okay. So siapa yang nak tahu all the benefits for these products, okay, please make sure to tune in, okay. Kalau kata anaknya dah explain very, very well, okay, the mother will come and explain for you guys, okay. Alright, so thank you so much Mr. William. I had fun with all the knowledge just now. Okay, and I'm sure to those current viewers as well as yang dah tengok daripada awal sehingga ke penghujung, thank you so much, okay. Please don't forget to tune in again with us tomorrow, okay. Dan juga please check out on all of our Facebook page for more information and updates from us, okay. That is all and see you again, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. William.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ms. Ati. Thank you all. See you at the top of the session. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye-bye.